Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm working on the Diptych mixed media pieces that I mentioned in yesterday's video. It looks a little messy right now, I will admit. It's just because I'm blocking in the color. I'm going to go for details after I get that stuff laid down. And I definitely am not liking this gray so much. So they're 11 by 14 canvas panels, and I've mentioned before my workspace is pretty small, so I couldn't get my phone that I record on for these videos, back far enough to get everything in. So if you're like, what's up with this angle? I'm not trying to be fancy. I just didn't have enough room to get both panels in there, so it's the parts of the paintings I'm working on. That was poorly worded, but what are we gonna do? I was up until 8 o'clock this morning, and then I slept until just afternoon, so I'm running on like low battery at the moment, so I'm even more tongue-tied than usual. But this project actually started back in May. That's when I did the drawings that will go on there. And yeah, let me block this in. I'm definitely going to lighten up this wall. And I just lost my stair on that spot. My step. So once I get this done and I get the stairs sorted out, I'll put in the railing on the stairs. Should have put paper behind these canvases. I'm getting paint everywhere. So this, I'm gonna pick this up so you can kind of see. So there's the turn to go up the stairs, but there'll be a step here to step up before you turn. And then farther back, the windows, and there'll be the door back there. This is gonna be like sort of stained glass, sort of above the doorway, and the entryway to the foyer, I guess it would be called. I definitely wanted to do a video today, and I didn't want to stop working on this to do a different sketch. So that is why it's you're getting this. Very, very early stages of my painting, and the color is not right for this wall. I wanted it lighter, so I'm gonna have to lighten that up for sure. And the floor, this crazy tile floor down there, we'll be adding highlights and shadows too, because it is a tiled floor, so you don't want to just leave it that way. And it was tedious to do that floor, let me tell you. I used masking tape, cut it in little squares to block bits off, but as you can see, the edges aren't as clean as they should be. Normally when you're doing stuff with masking like that with masking tape, you would have, I believe it's called masking fluid, that you would paint around the edges to keep the paint from creeping underneath the masking tape, because even though there's adhesive on that tape, it doesn't always stop the paint. It doesn't make a perfect seal, whereas the masking fluid would seal it and keep it from getting like that. So hopefully I don't mess these up showing you. Don't want to get them in any paint, but see this fancy pants couple? They are going to go on this one. And they're done in colored pencils and markers, and started with my Molotow black lining pens that I always talk about. And this couple, they're going to be on that one. About to leave. I waited so long to color the couple I just showed you, because in just flat inks, she looked amazing. He looked cool too, but she was, oh man. I'm happy with the way it turned out. Even still, I like it, which is good. Eventually, I hope to get a tablet. An iPad would be great, so that I can do, when I have ink drawings, I can color them digitally and not have to worry about, oh no, what if I mess up this drawing? Because I won't. I'll keep the inks nice and intact. I gotta figure out a better color for that. And change, I can color those drawings, those inks, as many times as I want to if I'm doing them digitally. Don't do it. Panels jumping around like crazy. Still gonna change the color. I don't like that gray, but at least it's not so dark at the moment. And I'll give you more opportunities to see this as it progresses. And probably, don't panic, it's probably not going to be like a new series of videos on here, just doing that, but you can see how it goes from this to what it should look like. Oh, boy. Definitely put more white in this than I did on the other one. So, I know the colors are pretty out there for this, but sometimes it's nice to work with bizarre colors, bizarre color schemes, and it'll work out. It'll be appealing to the eyes by the time I'm get it sorted. I wanted a little bit of static, especially on this one, where the fancy pants couple, as I referred to them, are going to be, because I want it to represent that they're poorly matched. Not that I want the colors on this to be poorly matched. I want it to be a little jarring but not off-putting. But just to represent they're out of sorts. They're, yeah. Without a written story, when you show someone a drawing or a painting, you have to tell that story without words and things like that. Help get your point across. You have to find ways to represent what you're not saying out loud. This side over here, it's in the evening, so it's not going to be like bright sunlight, but it'll be more complimentary, I think, because that couple's more in tune with each other. It's a healthy relationship, whereas this side is not. Funny thing, I don't know if you remember from one of my art chats, there was a couple, they were sitting in a chair reading together. The man in that painting is the same man that is going to be on this side with the fancy pants couple. But you'll notice different women, so that one would the timeline would clearly be a little bit later. Maybe it's not clearly. I hope it would be. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. Trying to plot my next move here. I may regret this color choice, but I'm just going to go for it anyway. Because I can always repaint it. And I can repaint it faster, or can repaint it sooner than I would if I were using oils, because these are acrylics and they'll dry faster. Let's see how this goes. Sometimes I get nervous putting it on the canvas, mostly because I'm filming it. Oh, Lord. I got a paint glob there. Get that out of there. There. Sometimes when I do bizarre things like this in my drawings, when I actually put a background on, I was wonder if people are like, oh no, I'd hate to see how she'd decorate her house. How would she decorate an actual house if that's what she paints? Not like this, don't worry. Keep them side by side to make sure that the colors match up as well. since this is where the two would meet, but I also don't keep them right up against each other because then they could get stuck together. And depending on the way they stick to each other, it could end up peeling some of the paint off of them if they're like that. So keep a little bit of space between the two. In case you're wondering what kind of green I used here, it's actually lemon yellow and black. Permanent black, I believe, is the type. Yes, permanent black, both by Master's Touch. It's a blob. All right. Well, we are past the 15-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. And thank you for hanging out with me, choosing to spend your time on my videos. I really do appreciate it. Want to say hi or leave any comments, critiques, feel free to do so in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you enjoy watching my videos, please do subscribe. Anytime you see a video you like, feel free to share the links. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day / weekend. And I will see you here tomorrow. Alright? Take care. Bye-bye.